What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Technique Tuesday. Yes, we are back at it again. It's been a little while, guys, but we're back at it. Had the fight a week ago, but we're back at it again. And today, I'm gonna give you 3 ways to be to build your speed and accuracy. Mostly focused on accuracy. I did a video on how to build your speed in the past, but you still wanna always build the speed. So we're gonna say speed and accuracy. And of course, I'm gonna use my man Bob here. Sweet Tea, you're out of here, dude. He's taking your spot.
Thank God.
Let's get after it, guys. What up, everybody? Everybody. What's up, everybody? NFL. All right, guys, before we get into the 3 methods on how to build speed and accuracy, a few things my beginners need to know. Even if you aren't a beginner, maybe you know this, maybe you don't, I'm gonna throw this out there anyway. When you guys are drilling this kind of stuff, if it's on a bag, in front of opponents, somebody doing mitts, or in front of Bob, you gotta make sure, number 1, you stay in a good fighting stance. You gotta be in a good fighting stance. Don't do it from a stand upright position. You gotta be in a good quality fighting stance, okay? Number 2, you gotta be able to do both sides. Don't just work your right side, but work left side, work right side. Be a fighter that is good at both, because then you got more weapons in your arsenal then. You're just a better fighter, all-around fighter when you can do both sides. And of course, number 3, anytime you're doing bag work, anytime you're doing bob work or mitt, anything that you throw, if it's a kick or a punch, make sure it is as fast as you can. One of the easiest ways to build speed is to do it that way. Is every time you throw a jab, every time you throw a cross, every time you throw a kick, it's as fast as you can. All right? With that said, number 1, and probably most important, you gotta know your targets. Where are you hitting this guy? What are the spots on my guy's body, on my partner, my opponent's body, am I trying to hit? You're not just throwing your kicks and punches randomly and hoping to hit something. No, 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 no. You have to know your targets. So if I'm looking straight ahead, my straight ahead targets, number 1, to the body, solar plexus. That is target number 1. I know when I hit this solar plexus, I could possibly end the fight right then and there. 2, on the body, you have the floating ribs and you have the liver is a great target to hit as well with a side kick or a body shot. So those are pretty much my most specific targets on the body. Now let's get to the head. Straight on, we have number 1, most of the time, the closest thing to you is gonna be the nose. That can break, easy to break, and disrupt breathing as well. So the nose is number 1 on the head. Number 2, I'm aiming for the chin, all right? And you see a lot of guys get clipped on the chin, guilty, lights go out. Now, to the side targets. If you're joining this for the first time to this channel, I do a lot of angle changes and things like that. So side targets, to the body, you have the ribs, okay? To the head, there's a few spots that I want you to aim for and be specific whenever you guys are hitting the target. So side targets to the head, obviously we have the chin, we have the temple, where I spin hook kick Jake Ellenberger. I was aiming for the temple, and also the ear. All right? Now, in MMA, some part of your fist has to hit the ear. If it does not hit the ear and it hits the back of the head, that's an illegal shot. But if I can hit that ear and hit the back of this area right here, man, that discombobulates everybody. You see a lot of people get hit in the ear and they go on Wall Street. So you gotta be specific on where you hit your opponent. Just winging your techniques out there and hoping to hit something, that's not how we do things, baby. All right? So be specific. If you don't have yourself a bob or a target, get a piece of paper or cardboard, something that you can hit light but fast, and have a target. If it's an outline of your own body, if it's just little targets here and there on it, that's a great way to do it if you don't have a bob. So whenever I'm fighting somebody, those are the spots that I am focused on, right? That's what I'm honed in on, and I do this from practicing on bob. This is a great tool, by the way. If you don't have one of these are literally a few $100s that you can get online, or you can order it from us, Upstate Karate. Let's go. We'll take your phone calls. We'll ship it out to you. So number 1, accuracy and knowing your targets. And moving on to number 2 is being able to hit your target. And we're gonna go with the touch technique. Now what I want you guys to do is to back away from Bob, and I want you to try and touch it with your index finger, but doing it as fast as you can, because that's very difficult, hitting your target as fast as you can on point using just your finger. If you can touch somewhere on your opponent's face with a finger, you can definitely do it with a fist, which is a larger surface. So what I mean is getting your fighting stance, and you can either do this in your head, or you can have a buddy or a coach call it out on what part of the body you want him to touch. If it's solar plexus, if it's the nose, if it's the chin, and we're gonna go the straight on areas first. So if I get out here in my fighting stance from a dead still, and this also helps with not telegraphing, focusing on not telegraphing at the same time, accuracy. So I think to my head, okay, nose, boom, you gotta touch the nose. Or if I say chin, boom, you gotta touch the chin. If I'm thinking eyeball, boom, you gotta touch the eye, but you gotta be fast. Sweet T, call it.
Nose, eye, chin, nose, chin, nose, chin.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. But if you notice, I was in good fighting stance, throwing as if I'm throwing a jab, okay? And doing that over and over and over again, you can do that for a few minutes, but doing it fast and being focused on the targets, the accuracy. If I can touch with my finger, I can definitely touch with my fist. And just like the old movie, Sweet Tea, you can tell them what movie this is in a second, or maybe you just type it in, what movie this is from, down in the comments below. Aim small, miss small. So that's number 2. And tip number 3, tennis ball drill. And it also helps with your juggling skills as well. I should do a video on how to juggle. Tennis ball drills, guys. Get you some tennis ball. You can find these anywhere. But this is a great one because it works on speed, reaction time, and accuracy. You can have a partner or you can do this on your own. Now the whole drill is obviously getting in my fighting stance like so. And I like to have the ball out a little bit out in front of me, about arm's distance, and I toss it up. Now I cannot watch the ball as it goes up. Once it comes down in my vision, that's when I must strike. Just like so. Tossing it up, you cannot watch it go up. Once it comes down into your peripheral or your vision, then you must jab. It doesn't matter if it's here, you're working on timing, you're working on speed, and you're working on accuracy. But at the same time, you're not actually looking at the ball. You're using your peripheral and timing to see it. Because it's hard to actually get focused on the ball as it comes into your vision. It's just reaction. And you gotta be able to see that target and hit it. So you can either toss it up yourself, you can have somebody else toss it up for you. You can do the jab, you can do the cross as well. Cross is a little bit harder because it's coming from farther back. So these are 3 methods that you guys can definitely go home, do it at your home by yourself. You don't need a partner, and it will definitely help your accuracy and speed. Because it's hard to have one or the other. You know, you gotta be accurate, but you have to have the speed to hit your target as well. So these are great methods for beginners, and the last one for my more advanced guys. And there are some really cool ones that you can do with your feet. Well, that's another video altogether. But thank you guys for joining us for this Technique Tuesday. Hit that subscribe button. Throw some comments down below. Make sure you guys comment down below that movie reference. Aim small, miss small. First one to get it right will pin your comment. Thank you guys for joining us. Catch y'all later. Wah!